We are back with the RV Rundown. I'm your host, Barry, and this is the 2023 DRV Mobile Suites Manhattan. Let's check it out. Here inside the Manhattan, we have a very spacious rig. It is built with families in mind and full-time use for that matter. Here in the living room, you can see we've got tons of space. We've got a sleeper sofa on this side and theater seating across from it. A nice big flat screen TV on the wall. It's a smart TV. We've got a sound bar and a 34-inch fireplace down low that actually does kick out some heat in the winter time if you need it to. Otherwise, it can just be pretty lights. Everybody likes pretty lights in their living room. I think that's kind of cool. Overall, though, I love the space in this thing. Because it's a full profile fifth wheel, the roof is the same height from the front to the back. That makes it feel massive inside, and it also gives us these huge slides that no matter how tall you are, you're going to be able to walk in and out of them without hitting your head on something. It also allows for storage to be put in across the top of those slides, just adding to the overall storage capacity of this large unit, which is something you need if you truly are going full time. Now, we talked about this being built for families. This has a bunk room in the back. Let's check that out. With two dedicated bunks in the slide, we could host a couple of kids, a couple of adults. There's plenty of storage back here too. They put in drawers down below the bottom bunk. And on the back wall, they've built in this nice cabinet system where we could hook up some entertainment in the form of a TV. They've even built in this little kind of desk here where you could set up a laptop and do a little bit of work. And on top of that, they've used the dead space in the corner to build out more closet space for this back room. Having a full bathroom in the back means that getting up and getting ready in the morning has never been easier. This thing is complete with a stand-up shower with a fiberglass one-piece enclosure. There's storage. We have a foot flush toilet. We've even got more storage in the form of a medicine cabinet and drawers down beneath our big sink back here. Coming out of that back bunk room through our living room, it leads us into the kitchen of the Manhattan. This is this very spacious and well-equipped kitchen. We've got a huge center island with solid surface countertops, nice high-rise sink. There's even solid surface sink covers on here, which when we pull them up, it reveals this big dual basin apron front stainless steel sink. I think that's really classy for an RV. We've got other things that are super residential as well, from our residential refrigerator to the insignia convection microwave oven, down to this giant 4-burner range and an oven that you could literally roast a turkey in that is big for an RV. And there's no shortage of storage here. We've got the upright sections which have what I call the appliance garages in them. They're shelves that pull out. We've got power in the back, so we can set up things like toasters or coffee makers, and then at the end of the day when we're done with them, simply slide them back and get them out of view. I think that's really neat. DRV has put a lot of super nice touches on all of this, from the real tile backsplash to like the way that they've done the flooring and even the LED lighting that's all around this wonderful kitchen island. Did I even mention that this thing is equipped with a dishwasher? Because it is. It has a dishwasher. How crazy is that? How many RVs have you seen with a dishwasher? Well, this one has one. It's not huge, but it's gonna get the job done, and I think that's really cool. Now, as far as dining goes, this is equipped with a built-in dinette. This is immediately set up to host two. However, it does come with another set of folding chairs. This does extend, this pulls out, and then it has a leaf as well, which when we pull it out and add the leaf back in, we can easily seat 4 here. I think that's a pretty smart thing. And the fact that they put in this cool little buffet in the back with storage just means that we have space to set up all of our accoutrement, our plates, any condiments that we may want to have in reach, as well as store stuff away at the end of the day. That's pretty cool. On the note of storage, again, storage. This is a full-time unit and it shows. We've got a big cabinet back here that opens up and reveals adjustable shelving. So we can move these up or down, add or take away shelving. We could use this for a bunch of different purposes. There's even more storage down below it as well. That leads us up to the upper deck where we have the main bedroom and the bathroom. The hallway leading in has our bathroom door on one side and a massive closet on the other, which if we open this up, we can see that it's multi-purpose. So we have the ability to hook up a full-size set washer and dryer here. So doing laundry is not a big deal in a unit like this. I think that's super cool. The bathroom is well equipped as well. We have a few things going on here that I think is really cool. There's loads of storage in the form of closet space off to the right. We have a one-piece fiberglass surround shower with a skylight above. There's a fantastic fan, a medicine cabinet, as well as more storage down below that sink, which is much larger than your average RV sink in a bathroom. It's great for getting ready in the morning. The bedroom itself features a king bed. It's on a slide. We have individual light controls. There's power on either side as well as USB plug-ins. Storage up above. I think that's really nice. Storage. I keep saying it. It's the name of the game here. In this bedroom, we have opposing slides, and as a result, you end up with a small vanity slide off to the end of the bed, which has a 6-drawer chest of drawer, as well as an entertainment system up above. Having those opposing slides really opens it up at the foot of the bed, allowing us a space to get up, change clothes, move around, and access the things we need to access. This is at a great viewing angle from that padded headboard on the other side, so that we can sit up at night and watch a little bit of TV. There is a fantastic fan back here, and I should mention that this unit is equipped with 3 high-efficiency air conditioners on board that are all ducted into the system to keep it nice and quiet. Now, at the very front of the RV, we have a massive closet. You could practically walk into this thing, and it's cedar lined, so that's going to repel bugs and other little things. It also just smells great and looks great. In addition to that, they've provided us with an in-wall safe to lock up any valuables that you may have. I think that's really cool and smart at the same time. Now, this also features storage up under this king bed. It's strut assisted, so it's easy to pull up and keep it up. Under there right now, we've got those additional chairs for the dinette that we took a look at up front, but I could see using this for a whole host of storage reasons. It's nice that they've given us that. Now, I want to walk back up to the front and take a look at the control panel with you guys so that we can close all these slides and see what's accessible with everything closed up. Right by the main entry door on the Manhattan, we have this cool little coat closet, and this houses all of our controls for the RV. We've got a lot going on here. Everything's on a physical switch. It's well labeled, so it's easy to use. We can see all of our controls from just running our air conditioners to monitoring our power, running slides in and out, cutting on main lights, using the awnings. It's all right here. We even have control of the Truma hot water system. We have access to turn our main inverter on and off. We can turn the cap lights on and off from here. There's even a remote control down low for our fantastic fan. I think that's kind of neat. And it being just a coat closet right by the door is kind of smart, just because we can come through the door and just hang up a couple of things real quick. Now, what I want to do is run these slides in and see what's accessible. Let's do it. All right, so with the slides in, we don't have access to a whole heck of a lot. I can get into this cabinet that's right behind me. If you're relatively skinny, you might be able to kind of squeeze by, but even for me, that's tight. So for a quick pit stop, you absolutely do have to run the slides out if you need access to the bathroom or the kitchen, which really that's not a terrible thing. This is more of a destination trailer in my mind. Being a full-time unit, it is kind of meant to be parked somewhere for long periods of time where the family's living out of it. So let's open everything back up and check out some of the features outside. There's a few things that really set the Manhattan apart from the rest of the RV field right here on the outside of the vehicle. For starters, this is full body paint. There's no vinyl graphics on here that are going to fade or crack or peel. This is going to look great for years to come. In addition to that, we have massively thick insulation and sidewalls here. Whether you're at the storage compartment or at the door, I ask people to always wrap their hands around those sidewalls and feel how thick they are compared to every other RV on the market. Our pass-through storage is huge thanks to a giant frame and the fact that this thing is just large to begin with. We've just got a lot of space here to bring all of our odds and ends on the road. It's set up well and there's nothing to impact on the sides. They've also done some really neat things by giving us access to immediate service needs. So by sliding a door back, we have access to our tanks, our heater, things that otherwise in some RVs you might have to drop the entire underbelly out just to make a decision about what's going on back there. Well, DRV has made that easy to service. When we move forward, we notice that this does have the step above entry system, so it makes solid contact with the ground with adjustable legs to accommodate for uneven terrain, and it doesn't have that spring effect going up and down. We've got a big grab handle, and on top of that, we have a digital door lock up here. So if you don't have your keys, you can punch in your PIN and jump into the RV, which makes daytime excursions like at the beach or any other place kind of awesome because you don't have to carry all that stuff with you. There are two awnings on here. They're electric and they have an AlumiGuard cover on them. That's really nice because it's going to protect that vinyl from anything as you're running down the road or as you're pulling into a campground. Branches, things of that nature aren't going to be a problem for it, and it's going to protect it from the UV in the long haul. Up underneath the slide, it's kind of hidden away right now, but we got two things going on. This is set up on more ride independent suspension, which means that all 6 wheels are independently moving up and down whenever you go over bumps, which provides us with a super smooth ride. There's a spare tire hiding up under there as well. They built in storage wherever they can by using some of this dead space that we see in the sides of the skirting. And actually back here, this is kind of neat because in the back of that storage, you can see the physical frame of the unit. And they're not using an I-beam frame at DRV. They're actually using a 15-inch triple stack box tube frame. It's superiorly stiff and it's going to provide that foundation for such a big unit. At the back of the camper, we have a ladder leading up to our fully walkable roof. We're prepped for a backup cam up there if you did want to add one. And then down low, you'll notice that we actually do have a usable 2-inch receiver hitch with trailer wiring. So if you're in a state where tandem towing is legal, that's an option. At the back corner of the vehicle, we have a hatch that contains our power cord. This is on a power cord reel, it's 50 amp service. That power cord reel is kind of nice simply because it allows us to reel it in and out even if it's frozen at the touch of a button. This is sitting up on 6-point hydraulic leveling. It's an auto leveling system, which is run at the touch of a button. We have a couple of different options to run it. We'll get to that in just a second here. But as we head back towards the front of the vehicle, I do want to point out that we have some pretty cool little hatches built in, like on the back side of that residential refrigerator. We have access to the power for it, as well as the water line for winterization purposes. Pushing forward even further, we come to our main wet bay hatch. This has access from the bottom up, and all of our connections for both water, our cable and stuff in is here, as well as our tank pulls. We can even switch between whether we're going to winterize the vehicle or not, whether it's city in or we're doing a tank fill. This brings us back to our pass-through storage. Again, notice that these doors, they're insulated, they have slam latches, they're on struts, so everything here is just very user-friendly. On this side, we have a couple of things going on. There's a touch screen hiding up under here, and this is going to control our leveling system in a very accurate way. And when I say that to say that we have a secondary access to the leveling system that's a little simpler and quicker and easier to use. We'll get to that in just a second. But before we do, I wanted to open this up as well. We talked about access to being able to assess needs in the RV, maybe maintenance needs. On this side of the pass-through storage, we can see that we have access to that water manifold system. It's a great system in the sense that if anything has a leak anywhere in the RV, we can shut off water to it right here at this manifold. So that means no water is getting to, say, the bathroom sink specifically if it happens to have a problem, while maintaining water to all of the other stuff so that you can assess it without losing that ability to use those sinks. Now, this is equipped with a cool little slide tray that pops out, and we have two giant propane tanks on board. That's going to keep us out for longer periods of time. And I mentioned earlier a simpler control system for the auto level. That's right here on the side of the vehicle. This just makes it quick and easy once you're hitching or unhitching from the truck to run the front jacks up and down. There's even an auto level button on here once that's set up to where once you're unhooked from the truck, you can hit that and it's going to level out the camper for you. At the front, we have a large molded fiberglass front cap complete with LED marker lights. This has a MORride pin box up front that has an escutcheon plate in both the X and the Y direction, so that's really going to help with chucking. Hiding up underneath it, we have two compartments. On one side, the driver's side, we have our battery compartment, which also holds our inverter and a few other access components. We can have a battery cutoff switch under there as well, just to completely shut off power to the unit when in storage. And on the left, this is all plumbed out to put a generator on board. Now, we didn't order this particular model in with a generator from the factory, but it's easy to install because it's all set up for it already. All in all, I really love this unit. I think if you're a family that's looking to go full-time in an RV, it's definitely worth a look because it's got everything you could possibly need from a residential standpoint. It's high insulation values, big tanks. It's going to allow you to really live out of it properly without having to fret about the daily things that you might have to with a normal RV. This thing is pretty special, and it certainly warrants coming out and seeing it in person at Southern RV in McDonough, Georgia, where we've got it in stock. You can also reach out to us online at southernrv.com. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this content. We're putting out new stuff all the time. So until next time, folks, happy camping.